Check it out. Late night, I would write, see the world through my composition.
Memorable moments in my career and like just some memorable people that I've met along my trajectory, along my journey was first is like, man, I think Eddie Levert from the OJs. I ran into Eddie Levert at the airport. I just said, sir, because that's the music that my uncle and my mom like raised me on. So that was like a really big deal to me. Just meeting one of the OJs. But just plenty of moments, man. Like I got to go restaurant hopping with Nas, right? One time he flew me out just to, not even the rhymes, like too much, just to just hang out, you know, and just and be his artist and he be, you know, the CEO. And yeah, one time we just went restaurant hopping in New York, and yeah, they since it's Nas, they're letting us smoke cigars in there, do whatever we want, and just food's on the house, and it was just a really interesting time to. And he's probably the richest person I know, like monetarily. I'm not gonna lie. So it was a different like level of living at that time, but too many memorable moments. I remember I did a show with Keith Murray in Santa Monica, and there was like 10 people there, and the first thing he did was stage dive. It's like just so many. Like I remember I did a show at the Chuck Chancey Stadium with Biz Markie, God bless his soul, and I'm introducing him to Fresno. I'm like, yo, y'all make some noise for Biz Markie, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm reaching out, or he reaches out to me like, I'm thinking he's trying to get me dapped. Like, yo, I got this, son. Like, no, but at this point he was like really physically ill. He was like, yo, help me on stage. And I got to like physically like help him on stage. It's moments like that, man, that yeah, I bought like weed off of one of my favorite rappers at a festival. I can't say his name because I don't want to like incriminate his life, but like an OG, like hip hop, like royalty. I'm like, who got the green? This is in New York too. I'm like, who got the green? They're like, yo, OG got it. I'm like, this brother, like, yo, didn't he battle like, I can't even say that guy he battled, but the game is real. You know what I mean? Like niggas still got to do what they got to do to feed their kids. So. But yeah, I've had a plethora of moments, you know, and I'm still having them, you know. I guess some lessons that I've learned along the way is always have the audacity to be yourself, right? Because people respect audacity, even if they don't respect your talent or respect your perspective or your you know, people will always respect your audacity to be whoever you want to be and say what you want to say. So that was one lesson I learned. I think I might have learned that from Murs. He's probably one of the most fearless individuals I've met, like artistically and just in real life. Yeah, I think that's one of the lessons. But I think one of the and stay out of trouble and always never leave your shoes behind. Never leave your shoes behind. I don't know what that means, but. A lady named Miss Shepherd told me that. They call her Hip Hop Mom. She's from Denver. She told me never leave your shoes behind. Yeah. So yeah, lessons like that I'll carry with me. You know, it felt like there was like a deep well of wisdom in that quote. You know what I mean? It was like it sounded like something like a poem from Rumi or something, or like a haiku or something. It was like it really. I thought it sounded like something it would take me years to figure out, you know, but it makes so much sense to me. The person that it came from as well, and just the story of how she told it to me, you know, it was like, she's like, yeah, I used to fuck with Common's dad, and one time we was in a hotel, and this nigga told me, she didn't say the N-word, but she said, yeah, one time he was like, yo, never leave your shoes behind, and I'm like, it was just like wisdom passed on, you know, and yeah, I'm like, I guess it caught me at the time where I needed to hear it. So, yeah, but yeah, it just for some reason that phrase echoes with me everywhere I go. Like, don't forget your shoes, man. like for real. And I actually ended up leaving my shoes at Exile's crib, and yeah. You still got those, man?
I think so.
So yeah, I'm still like learning and day by day, but yeah, man, yeah, one day at a time. Just take it one day at a time, and yeah, don't rush life. You know, it happens at God's speed. Yeah, not your own. I stay grounded by this small philosophy that we're all just leaves on a tree. We're all gonna change colors eventually and fade the fuck away, fall off eventually into the abyss, right? So that keeps me humble. That keeps me knowing I'm just a tiny grain of sand on this in its existence. I might be important to some people, but it's like under the Most High, I'm just a tiny grain of sand, and that keeps me humble, and that keeps me waking up every day, praying as much as I can, and playing as less as I can, because this life ain't nothing to play with. So this is Fashawn, big F, capital F, in full effect, and you are rocking with 24/7 HH. You bitch.